Hi, all, and welcome to another fantastic episode of SegaSonic Radio. I am your host, as always, GX, aka Chris, aka The Spin Dash. And we're going rivalry tonight. I asked you over on Twitter and in our Discord, hey, send me your best Sonic rivalry songs. What songs make you think of Sonic having a rivalry, having a fight with some other character? It's not as if he hasn't had many throughout the years. Obviously, Robotnik is a simple one, but we picked some ones that go a little bit farther. And we're going to kick things off with a rather significant rivalry. Requested by Hunter the Hawk, we've got Theme of Knuckles from Sonic Mania Adventures, the brief animated short. Enjoy! See you on the other side. Hey, that was Sonic Mania Adventures Theme of Knuckles by T. Lopes and Jun Sinao. Coming up next, another Knuckles track requested by, of all people, Knuckles87, aka fellow writer for the site, requested Sonic the Fighter's North Wind. See on their side? Hey, that was North Wind from Sonic the Fighters. Hey! How you doing tonight, people? It's your boy GX, chilling out, starting off your weekend. Some great Sonic tunes. That's right, every week we at SegaSonic Radio ask you to jump on over to our Twitter, our Twitter account and our Discord. We give you a theme every week, and this week we went with rivalries, sort of in alignment with the release of well, actually it is called Sonic and Knuckles in Japan, or Sonic vs. Knuckles, but we know it better as Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie in theaters. And with that being centered on a rivalry, Sonic vs. Knuckles, I thought, you know what? Let's take a look back at times whenever Sonic has had epic rivalries with other characters. Not just Sonic, but many characters having rivalries with other characters. And funny enough, it became a running gag between the Discord and Twitter that, hey, what if no one's actually asking for songs from Sonic rivals? So I went out and picked, and there's occasionally some good reason for that. Sonic Rivals does not have a particularly memorable soundtrack. I would say the most memorable track is Race to Win, and it is a very short track with a very short loop in it. But I figured, yeah, you know what? Here's some tracks that are, generally fitting with what we're doing tonight. So I went with, from Sonic Rivals 1, Crystal Mountain, Act 1. And following that up with Sonic Rivals 2, Neon Palace Act 2. There's going to be a rather significant instrumentation change between these two that I'm sure you'll appreciate. So enjoy. I'll see you guys on the other side. That was Crystal Mountain Act 1 and Neon Palace Act 2, both from the Sonic Rivals series, Sonic Rivals 1 and Sonic Rivals 2, respectively. No requests on that one. Just, makes sense to have a little bit of one of that. One of the oldest and most significant rivals in the Sonic franchise is Sonic, and of course, Metal Sonic. And while we kicked tonight off with some Sonic Colors Ultimate Rival Rush music, we're going to go a little bit more old school with these. I've got a duo of Metal Sonic tracks for you tonight, starting with the boss fight between Sonic and Metal himself over in Stardust Speedway B-Mix, Japanese version, followed by an all-time favorite of mine, Look-alike from Sonic the Hedgehog the movie. My favorite Sonic movie. Yet my still favorite Sonic movie, despite how poorly that sentence was phrased. Enjoy. I'll see you guys on the other side. Oh, I was already not muted. Hey, yeah, that was Stardust Speedway B Mix and Look Alike. Stardust Speedway Mix recommended or requested by Senor Dane over on Twitter. And Look Alike, that's just me. I just wanted to listen to that. Just wanted to listen to some Look Alike because it's great. Great song. Now, we have a little bit of Angst Zone ahead of us tonight. We're kicking it off to another request. We've got a request from... Looking it up, the name, proper name. Oh no, here it is. Anna Gamer, over on Twitter, wanted some All Hail Shadow, which is a weird angsty song that sort of just became his default theme going forward, but I enjoy it. I can sing along to this song, and I'm assuming many of you will be able to as well, so let's enjoy some All Hail Shadow. See you on the other side.
All hail Shadow, heroes rise again, obliterating everything that's not your friend. Nothing can stop you now, no ghost to bring you down. When there's nothing left to lose, you win. All hail Shadow. Suffer long and it will set you free. Only through trial do we find the strength we need. It's never over, just another day of hope and tragedies and everything that comes our way. Determination of the strong found the meaning that you searched for so long. All hail Shadow, heroes rise again, obliterating everything that's not your friend. Nothing can stop you now, no ghost to bring you down. When there's nothing left to lose, you win. Somewhere in chaos we all find ourselves. This destruction is the only tale we tell. White is black and black is white. Right is wrong and wrong is right. Nothing ever fills this hole inside your heart. Determination of the strong found the meaning that you searched for so long. All hail Shadow, heroes rise again, obliterating everything that's not your friend. Nothing can stop you now, no ghost to bring you down. When there's nothing left to lose, you win. All hail Shadow, heroes rise again, obliterating everything that's not your friend. Nothing can stop you now, no ghost to bring you down. When there's nothing left to lose, you win.
Sorry about that. Gotta stop those tracks pretty quick before they transition into the next one. But yeah, probably got a sense of what's coming up next. I've picked out 2 tracks from the Game Gear that are distinct rivalry tracks. And we're going to start things off with some Knack the Weasel theme, aka Fang the Sniper, from Sonic Triple Trouble. You primarily battle him throughout the stages by way of getting into the special stages, getting to the end, and then having to fight him as a boss. Pick some good background video here for this one that I hope you appreciate. And then we're gonna follow that up with the boss theme from Tails' Adventure, as Tails takes on the Great Cuckoo Army over on South Island, one of the islands. It's like Northside Island or something. I don't remember any of these things. Anyhow, here's Knack the Weasel. Hey, I've got one more portable tune for you before we call this segment, and before we call our segment and a segment. You know, sometimes you start a sentence and you think, like, I know how I'm going to end this sentence. The words all make sense in separation. And then you try to put them together and it's like, oh, that's not how I thought it was going to turn out at all. This is why I could never do improv. It requires remembering words and putting them in order. Anyhow, here's Villanova, the fight between Sonic and Blaze in Sonic Rush for the DS. See you on the other side. added another song there. We had Villanova, the theme of Sonic Rush, Sonic vs. Blaze. And S-Team number 1 from the Sonic X soundtrack. You'd best know it as the Episode 1 theme where Sonic races against, as the localization has dubbed him, Sam Speed. We've got a couple of Sonic Riders themed requests coming up. Primarily, Catch Me If You Can, the version from Sonic Riders number 1, requested by Maxi Bunbuns over on Twitter. And we're going to follow that up with a song from Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. That's right, the mobile version. The boss fight against Jet. Let's check these out. See you guys on the other side.
Coming out of sun, coming out to stun. Your chance is none. Nothing can be done. Catch me if you can. There's no turning back. Reach but never catch.
Hey, that was a selection of Jet-themed songs for a Jet-themed rivalry. Catch Me If You Can, the original version from Sonic Riders, followed by Boss Fight Against Jet from Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for Android and iOS. Let's just do a quick catch-up on the news tonight. Couple interesting things going on in the world of Sonic. If you happen to miss it, last weekend was a special event over in Fall Guys where you could purchase Tails, Supersonic, Sonic, Knuckles, and Dr. Eggman costumes and participate in a special little event of, just a single level where it asks you to collect a lot of rings, possibly unlock a couple cosmetics. Interesting, but it makes sense why it wasn't necessarily a long-term event. You can catch it over on our YouTube if you wanted to see what the event was like, as we did it for an almost every Sonic episode. Beyond that, news. We played a lot of Sonic. I used some of the video, but we played quite a lot of Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit, which is a really, really good fan game that came out a little bit earlier this month. This has been a project that's been in development for quite a while from Noah Copeland and a team that he's working with, where it has a lot of the spirit of a Sonic Mania and the types of things that Sonic Mania did very well in how it sort of approached the franchise. It takes a lot of inspiration from the original Sonic Triple Trouble, but it's in a lot of ways it's effectively an entirely different game that just cribs some of its themes and styles. But otherwise, it's just a really good 2D Sonic game. I recommend you go catch it. You can get to the link from our website, because there is a Game Jolt page that I would not want to read on the air. A little bit of an interesting story for me specifically. We got a keyboard company for hobbyists called High Ground released several Sonic the Hedgehog themed designs. Again, just, another plug to head over to our YouTube and the website, because I have put up impressions of the Green Hill Zone keyboard and desk pad. It's a really neat piece of kit, and obviously $140 is going to sound a lot if you are not a keyboard hobbyist. That is actually surprisingly in the realm of what you would expect from hobbyist keyboard prices. So, you don't necessarily have to invest, but hey, head over to our YouTube, check out the full layout I did. You can see me play Sonic Generations very, very poorly with a keyboard, because it's not designed to be played by a keyboard. But I sure do make an attempt, and not a particularly good attempt at that. We'll catch up with more news after another round of music. Let's go ahead and jump over to some Sonic Adventure 2, a game predominantly about rivalry. It introduces the character of Shadow, pitting Sonic against him in this continuous one side versus the other storyline from each's perspective. We've got, for True Story, the final boss fight of Sonic vs. Shadow, requested by Shade Vortex over on our Discord. We're following that up with Live and Learn, the main theme of the game, requested by Sonic Jack 1991 over on Twitter. Let's take a listen. I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, that was For True Story, the boss battle of Shadow versus Sonic from Sonic Adventure 2, followed up by Live and Learn, also from Sonic Adventure 2. We got a couple more elements of news to catch up on before we wrap up our night. So let's head back to the news. Probably one of the bigger news pieces coming out this month was that if you have not yet got Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Blu-ray or DVD, it's now available. Hit digital platforms about a couple months back, but if you have the need for physical content, go ahead. You can go ahead and get it right now. Similarly, if you want the soundtrack, apparently it's now available on cassette. I can't exactly tell you why. It's probably a 90s kid thing. I feel like it's easier at this point to find a record player than find a working cassette player. They're probably still out there. There's probably small groups that are still interested in making them, but I guess I can, in theory, understand the value of having something on a record much more than having something on a cassette. Cassettes weren't good. I know. I grew up with a lot of them. They weren't good. They just weren't. But if you are so inclined to get a Sonic 2 movie one, hey, you can go get it. A bunch of Sonic Frontiers news coming out, both out right now and coming up soon. One of the most significant ones being, hey, if you're going over to Gamescom, there's going to be an opening night trailer for the game, as well as the game itself will be on the show floor. I know we're gonna try to send our UK group over there to check it out and get our own hands on for it, but keep an eye out, and definitely keep an eye out for the upcoming trailer. Speaking of upcoming trailers, one came out today in Japan. Through a combination of the movie and just airing on television, Japan has a exclusive Sonic Frontiers trailer coming out. It's a real quick hit. It shows off a few new areas, a few new visions, a few new takes. I know that Sega's been really strict on, like, you know, they're only showing us this intro level and all the things you can do in the intro level, but now we've seen sort of a day-night cycle in it, or at least a night vision of it. They've shown us a couple areas they have not shown before, and there's some Japanese voiceover that none of us have translated yet, so don't quite know where they're going with that, but keep an eye. It's over on our Twitter. It's making the rounds on Twitter, YouTube, etc. It's worth checking out. Other things worth checking out are some weird, my understanding is like 7-Eleven merchandise that they are going to be giving away that kind of maybe, I'll say heavy air quotes, leak some stuff. So we've seen the little plant creatures before. It seems like they are going to be a bigger part of the game because they are making merch of it. We've seen a few images of Sonic and Sonic characters that I am guessing appear in the game, as well as the acknowledgement that there are some characters that we may not have seen yet, or may not be aware of yet. And for those of you who are skeptical of this franchise, or skeptical of the game, just know, hey, Sega's not planning on postponing Sonic Frontiers. I mean, let's be real. They already did. They did last year, because everyone was expecting that game to be about last year, and Sega gave the developers another year to continue to work on whatever this game is. At this point, like, I would say if you're not happy with the game, then a delay isn't going to fix the things that you aren't happy about it. It's just going to come out to be whatever it's going to be, and honestly, I'm expecting to have an interesting time with it. I can't claim to say that I'm expecting it to be good or bad as of yet, but I am expecting it to, to at least tickle some of the things that I really like about open world game exploration. We're going to kick things back over to some music, and we're going back to the Mario and Sonic series, because not only does that series in itself represent sort of the interesting culmination of a rivalry, but many of the entries do have specific boss fights to represent rivalries in the game. Over in the 2012 London Olympic Games, you fought against various Mario and Sonic characters, as well as the Sochi 2014 Olympic Games, and we grabbed the theme of fighting rival Drybones in 2012, followed by the theme of fighting rival Kamek in 2014. These themes may surprise you a bit. They're not direct Mario translations, so hope you enjoy. I'll see you guys on the other side. Hey, that was a duo of songs from the Mario and Sonic series, Rival Drybones and Rival Chemic. And yeah, I'm guessing many of you weren't expecting the how hard exactly the Rival Chemic song goes. I believe that scene in the game is you racing against him in a bobsleigh being pulled by two bullet bills, as if it was as if it was some sort of chariot race or something. We're winding down for the night, but we've got 3 songs left for you. The next 2 are going to be a bit of a different take on classic songs. Next up is Theme of Knuckles, and it is our, heavy air quotes, remix of the night, from Howard Drawson himself, from the Sonic & Knuckles and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 album. Once again, that's Theme of Knuckles. And following it up with our second to last request for the night, coming from Mr. Speed over on our Discord, a duel with Metal Sonic, the theme of fighting Metal Sonic in Sonic 4 Episode 2. Very similar to the Sonic CD version, but a little bit different instrumentation, a little bit different take on it. Let's check out these, and then I'll see you guys on the other side. Hey, that was a theme of Knuckles from Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 album. The Howard Drawson album of sort of remixes of that. Followed by Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2's A Duel with Metal Sonic. The boss fight against Metal Sonic. And I think it's about time for us to start wrapping up our evening tonight. Once again, thank you everyone who tuned in tonight. Always appreciate an audience for this show. And yeah, just everything we do is under the banner of Sonic Stadium. You can check it out over at sonicstadium.org. You can check out all of our Twitter antics over at Sonic Stadium, all one word. If you want to bug me online, you can either do so through at the Spin Dash on Twitter, or just go bug me on our Discord. And you can always go to the Discord by the link in our video, or just go to sonicstadium.org, and there's a big button to join the Twitter or join the Discord right there. Always appreciate it. Want to give a big thank you to all of the sprite rippers and sprite artists who put together what was basically the graphics for our show, be it sprites ripped from original games or original sprites made by artists. And we're going to wrap up with a Crush 40 song tonight, because let's be real, the public, they like their Crush 40 songs. It's like, what can I do for a theme tonight? What about Rivalry? Maybe people will pick like a lot of classic Knuckles music or something like that. No, the people want their vocal tracks and they want their Crush 40. And they wanted specifically, and when I say they, I mean Wendy on Twitter, wanted What I'm Made Of from Sonic Heroes. Not the only person to suggest this tonight. The fight against Metal Overlord, aka Metal Sonic, who got real big. He got real big. And you gotta fight him as a Super Sonic. And then perhaps you and your buds will win and save the day or whatever. And yes, as Knuckles87 is bringing up in chat, something that he did rather recently, testing out GameCube emulation on the Steam Deck. So, yep, hope you enjoy. We will be back next week with more SegaSonic Radio. I almost said the other show that I do. No, we'll be back with more Megasonic Radio? That's our tone for the weekend, people. Thank you for listening to Megasonic Radio. Peace.
Let me show you who I am and what I'm here for. Here for. Hey! Trying to reach inside of me, trying to drain my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of. Simple curiosity, trying to take a bite of me. Let me show you just what single bite of